way we're going here. Over the bridge, I think. Already getting vibration at 88 k's, double the speed limit. Hey, so you do it. So up 5, highway 5, that's where we're going, to Udong. This is the highway 5 ride to Udong. Move. Always the women. You just drift off. We need to try and set the ride height at the back. Preload, got to turn the preload down. So, yeah, because I had extra weight on. So I'm going to lower that by 1. When I stop for fuel, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust the preload, the preload to account for it. I'm leaning up on, yeah, you have to look. They just crossed the road. A woman, see, just steps out. It's like it's a busy road. This is what you have to deal with here. Give her a sign, you know. Open your eyes. Look around. Don't just rely on other people crossing, so you're crossing too. Don't take that chance. Don't put your life into the hands of another person when you're crossing the road. Take responsibility for your own position on the road, and when you're crossing it as a pedestrian, always take care of yourself and your own safety. And I say that in life anyway. That's why I never had a lock on my BMX when I was a kid, because my philosophy was if I locked it up, then I relied on that lock to keep my bike safe, and no lock is stronger than I am, or more alert or more security conscious. I exist in so many different dimensions as a human being, as we all do, and so why would I leave my pride and joy in the hands of you know, the amount of dimensions or usage you can count on one hand? You'll have trouble filling that one hand up, that's for sure. So yeah, don't let gadgets or other people manage your security. Take care of it yourself. This is a busy section up here, so we have to be careful because people are sleeping. It's the afternoon. I don't know what they're doing. Especially, I'm sorry girls to put it on you, but you're the ones that are most likely to drop off and have a snooze midway through doing something. Yeah. That's a lot of things really, isn't it? Like this girl, why can't she just get it done? She can, like, look in the mirror, you can see other people behind you. Just get it done, man. Don't sit in people's blind spots like that. Never sit in a blind spot either, like she was doing. That's how accidents occur, because drivers are just human as well. Like this guy, there's no need for him to do that. It's just full of nutters, man, the road. It really is. It's just full of nutters. These are the old school, aren't they? Those guys, you know, that drive around with the classic old business shirt on and the slacks. And this is the bit of my journey I just detest, because it's full of people that are just drifting off, sleeping. They have no for spatial awareness. They just kind of, if I reckon that they only see one dimension in this forward, and I don't even really, I'm not confident that they're concentrating on that dimension either. And the spatial awareness and the foresight and the planning and the like this guy, look, all of them, why can't they just all chip in and like ride together? Why they got to sort of, I get it, they're just probably driving safe, they want to drive safe, that's alright, but sometimes driving aggressively is safe because there's a lot going on around and a lot of idiots, and I was taught that as a new driver getting into my first vehicle as a very young lad. I was taught very quickly and very firmly that everyone on the road is an idiot. They're all going to pull out on you, they're going to do stupid things, they're going to, put your life at risk basically, and you have to account for these people. And you have to adjust your driving. We have to adjust our driving and our driving capabilities and our skill level to account for those. And I really do believe that driving this way is the key to understanding the flow of life in general, on or off the bike. I do believe that, in or out of the car, on or off the skateboard, whatever it is you're doing that keeps you in motion. You've got to take advantage of all the skill set that you can apply, and this means taking stock of what your skill set is, and if you don't have that skill, then focus on it. For instance, today might be just checking that you give yourself enough of an escape route to the left and the right. Like here, look, I know I've got strong brakes on this, so I have an option to sort of leave it a little bit later than most, but there's still ground that could be slippery, there could be uneven or sand or grit, or there could be any number of reasons why it would be wise to create escape routes. And don't rely on other people, don't even rely on your brakes really, rely on other elements, gears, for the engine braking. As I say, having that escape route in case you need to get into it, and just be prepared, because I'm just going to put my cruise control on here and have a little rest. I can just sit up here, the bike runs true and proper, so I can just let it run, do what it does best, which is drive, and just have a little relaxation, especially on the back, because my back seems to be aching today. It could be because my bag's around the front, around the back, could be causing drag. I might tighten it a bit. Yeah, taking some of the drag off a bit, put weight onto my shoulder. That's it, I've tightened that strap up on my bag a bit. That caused less drag. In fact, the closest I have that to my body, I know the better it's going to be, so I'll pull that in tight. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. Okay, got this guy deciding he's going to change lane after a week sitting there. He decides he's changing his lane. He's entitled to do that, it's up to him. Watch out for this muddy ground. Definitely don't brake on that, people. Do not pull your brake on that. In fact, try to avoid any heavy braking until you have spent enough time running off whatever it is you just picked up in that dirt. Because although it's work site, building dirt, soil, it's probably just that. But it gets stuck in the tyre, in the tread pattern. And if you brake at the wrong angle, where normally you might have that traction, it might just be that there's a bit of oil in there that's come off the engine of one of those diggers or something, and that could be what's on your tyre that's going to be reliant upon when you hit the brakes. So if you can, a good habit to get into is to run it off into some water, into some fresh water. I don't know what this guy's doing, but he seems to picked a lane so we can move through that without any hassle. So you can see up ahead I've got that white car, the truck in front of it. Oh, I want this Caltex, and I've got people behind me, but it was okay. I checked my mirrors before I took the opportunity. So now I'm going to put some gas in. No? Okay. Fill up with gold, please. Gold? Yes, please. Boss man. Thanks, Cesar. Is that how I pronounce your name, Cesar? No. Maybe not. How much is fuel? $2, oh, $1.16 for a litre. In Australian money, I think that's about climbing up to $2 a litre. Not sure what that is in the UK. Oh, $10, good. I'm just going to stop here for a second. I'm going to set that preload now. So we come into settings, race setup menu, enter, DDC system, enter, rear rebound, rear compression. I want it softer, I think. Is it minus? I need to go up to -1, I think it is, to make it softer. No. Go into the minus to make it softer. Plus makes it softer, I think. Okay, let's see how that is. Okay, where were we? Discussing road behaviour, basics, fundamentals, riding decisions, driving like this guy on his phone, look, just cruising along. It's a habit here, it's just the way it is, so it's not a problem, just got to work with it. Just got to, like this girl, what's she doing? Just see what she's just drifting over, she never even looked. She's just driving across and thinking that everyone's going to work around her. Well, in Asia, usually they do. Here's another one on her phone. It says I've only got 178 kilometers range. I don't know why. She didn't fill it up. She only put $10 in, so that'll be why. That's okay, leave room for the phone, because I saw somewhere that when you fill up during the day when the temperature's hot, the phone generates and basically puts air in your tank. So I'm reckoning that if there's space in the tank for air, and those bubbles can take it up and settle during the ride. Apparently the best time to put fuel in is during the night, during the evening when it's cooler. It depends what country you're in, of course. It could be cool all day or during the night. That could be you. If that's you, well, you're already off to a good start. Okay, so built up area, again looking for potential hazards. Well, this guy definitely with the cleaning gear. The kids took him, see him? Must have been about 8 years old on a scooter. How's he got control of that? There's no way that kid's got control of that scooter with a kid on the back. I don't know who's the more reliant and faithful, the kid riding or the kid on the back. Just I'm praying in Jesus' name that they're kept safe. So I want to get past this truck because I don't like sitting beside trucks, and I want to get past this guy as well. Even though he's got a police plate, I don't know what's going on with him. So I just make my own decisions. As I said, I'm in charge of my own safety, no one else. So today we're shooting on the X5 helmet mount with the helmet mount as well, the Insta360 cell. I actually had already bought the 360 helmet mount before I even bought the 360, the Insta360 X5 that is. So today we're testing that out, and the mic system that I use is the Rode GoPro 2, and I've got the helmet mount on, and then I've got a cable USB-C to C running from the X5 into the receiver, I believe that is, transmitter. I always get those mixed up, and those are secured inside, just below the visor on the inside of my helmet. This is an AIS helmet. It seems to have a lot of space in there, and so I've got both the receiver and the transmitter in there with a dead cat on to cut down on the wind, and I'm just playing around with it today for audio as well to see how much I need to set it at in terms of dB minus, or you know, to take off the, in case it's clipping. So this is a trial run really, so you might not be able to hear me, I don't know. You might be able to just hear engine noise, I don't know. I've got the other unit with me actually. So at the moment I've got the one of the transmitters. I have two obviously, but one's not active. It's sitting in my bag. So number one is with me. I call that Gugu, G-U-G-U. And number two is Gugu Guest, and that sits in my bag. So I might get that out and bundle it up, put it in a seat. I had a tip actually. You buy a sponge and then you put a slit in it, and then you push the sponge into the put the microphone switch it on obviously, put it into the sponge and then put it under the seat, and it picks up exhaust tones. So I'm going to try that today as well, let you know how it gets on, and then during the video, once I've switched to it, I'll let you know by verbally, or I'll put up on screen that mic is now active. You can tell me what the difference is. And I want to try to encourage engagement, because this is a growing channel and I'm figuring it out as I go along. I've tried loads of different camera options. I bought the DJI Nano to wear on a cap or a hat or a helmet with a quick release clip, and it basically I should adjust my mirrors for when I'm riding no hands so I can see who's behind me. And it, as I was saying, I bought the DJI Nano, but it run too hot and I couldn't use it for more than a few seconds. This guy anyway, God, she knows. I love this bike. You can just, it's so responsive. I mean, you can do what you want with it. Set it to what you want. I don't know what the speed limit is on this road, but I'm doing 70 k's, and anything on this is a joy and a pleasure, because it's just fun time, isn't it? Not just fun, serious business. So and BMW S1K, which is short for S1000RR. Well, S1K is not short for S1000RR, because there are S1000s, the S1000R, the S1000RRM, or the MS1000RR, whatever way you want it. I like to get out of trouble because I can see a guy coming up on my left hand side in the rear view in an SUV or a as they call him in Oz, and I don't want him messing around with me, swerving in and out, so I just want to get out of his way. Just like with his trucks, you know. I don't really like sitting behind trucks, so I will leave him and get out from behind these two trucks as well. This is what I call evasive driving, defensive driving. Just putting yourself in a better situation, giving us, like, this guy's coming over, what's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. There's no indication it's because of that truck. But he doesn't let you know. There's a bike behind him. He's got no care in the world about safety, so I just drop back, let them all sort themselves out. And like this guy in a tuk-tuk who's on a major highway, because of this bus, the Kansas American Academy, behaving like a dickhead. Anyway, we can get out because this is an SK with this one. Without trouble like that, leave it all to it to figure out their day. That's how we roll. We come back to cruise control. Get out, see? And that's what you do, you sort of lower options. Some might say going through that gap between the truck and the bus was a risk, but for me it's a calculated risk. Yeah, if anything happens there, I get a wobble or a left wobble or a slippery tyre and a career left or right, well, shit's gonna happen, right? That's life. So here, where am I? I'm sat in the middle of the road. I'm looking at the road, the road in terms of the repairs and the surface. That's the word I'm looking for. You can see where the surface is not so good. See this guy jumping out from the left there. Kept an eye on him. Everyone here is kind of not really in the danger zone. This car is, because he's decided to take up 3 lanes to overtake a scooter. I have no idea what he's doing. He's probably going to pull back now. I know that. He knows that. But I don't see why he needed to come across 3 lanes to overtake that bike. So we're back in it now. A couple of oncoming boys. This is usual here. You just got to be prepared for that at all times. And I believe everybody who has the opportunity to drive in foreign countries should take it. Should go to a foreign country, especially as a young driver. Don't go mad to get a 50cc scooter and just ride around on that and just absorb what's happening and adopt and develop your riding style. See the person up ahead crossing the road, plenty of time to clear her. She's alright, she's safe, and we just continue along this bridge, maybe a little bump there. And I just want to comment on that DDC setting. It did change a little bit. I don't feel like I'm riding so high at the back now. And here comes that ute on my left again. But this time, I'm going to give him enough room to go. Because I can see I've got outs in front. I've got the scooters, I've got the car, although they're starting to brake now. So I might do a little bit of defensive braking, just to account for this lane changing that's going on up here. But this guy in the Toyota, he's undecided. He's hogging essentially 2 lanes. He's blocking everyone off because he's got to account for the tuk-tuk. Is he going to pull back out and get over this tuk-tuk? I don't know, but I'm not going to stay in his blind spot. So we're going to get out and away from the ute. Because the ute just like sitting in that lane anyway. I love that. See the girl sitting with her head out the roof there? Car, we used to do that in London when I was a kid. Nothing wrong with that. You know, what's the chances of something's going to happen to that kid? Probably the same amount of chances that an aeroplane's going to drop out of the sky and land on the ball and kill the ball. So, risk assessment, isn't it? I'm a conservative rider. I'm responsible for my own safety. I'm responsible for your safety to an extent, you know, where it meets me. But I'm also aware, and I guess you'd say I'm centre right, because I'm aware that we need to look after each other. Would that be centre left? You tell me. I'm aware that safety, and I learned this in health and safety and management courses and so on. You know, whose responsibility is safety? And when you first start in the game of safety, you think it's me, or it's you, the company. But no, it's everybody. We're all responsible for safety. And this is why it irks me when people drive without any due care and attention for anyone else on the road. and that means people that are behind us as well. For me, I'm a 360 driver. Insta suits me, because Insta does what I do. I drive with a 360 viewpoint. I want those behind me to be safe as much as I do those in front. I want to create pathways for everybody to get out of situations. Oh, nice view there, the waterway. I think that might be the Mekong. I'll pop it up later in post. So as I was saying, I like to be responsible for safety. I like you to be responsible for safety. And I like us to be responsible collectively for safety, he says as he's driving along no hounds. Or I always get that mixed up. You in the comments going to go, it's not driving, it's riding when you're on a bike. Yeah, well, come on man, relax. And I get it, words are there for a reason, so I'll do my best to recalibrate that, okay? So yeah, riding no hands, talking about safety. Is this confidence, arrogance? I'd like to say it is an indication of the level of safety I've applied to my riding. So I will gather the grips as I'm passing this truck, and lots of things to look at on this ride. For those of you that are interested in temples, you have this one, which is a homage to the dead mainly, but they do have, it looks like they're building there, so maybe they're building more homes for the monks who go there to study apparently. Who likes sitting behind trucks? Not me, not when they're kicking up dust. I should have gloves on really, I don't. I shouldn't be getting into his blind spot either, but I am. He wants to pull over. I like to get out of their ways, you know. I'm hoping the sound's coming up good. I do have gloves with me, and it is a brilliant idea to wear them, especially because of stones chipping up in the air, etc. But same with your eyes, right? Even if you wear contacts like I am today, I've got to shield the visor down, as you can see. But if I do fancy lifting my visor up, I have sunglasses to wear, or I have the drop down, I guess you call it a pilot visor, what it is, the sunshade, internal sunshade, I have that as well. Oh, nasty little, I actually didn't see that, so see how easy it is to hit a little pothole or a divot in the road that can send you flying. I think this 80 mile per hour or kilometers an hour is a good speed that you may be picking up my audio. So we're going to see how this guy's cleaning the road, just giving him a bit of space. Someone crossing the road there, see him coming from the other side, but he's looking at, he knows what he's doing, he probably does that a lot. Watch out for the surface of the road here while overtaking that workhorse tuk-tuk, or whatever they call it, and watch out for this junction as well. This seems to be pretty clear. We can just relax a bit now. 85. We've got this car coming up on our left. Actually saw him speeding down the other way, so he's either been on a task or he's on his way back. Stopped there for raincoats before. Come up here one day for a ride to Udong and he started to lash it down. You can buy those little throwaway ones for like $1. Speaking of rain and water, I'm getting a bit thirsty. So I'm just going to get a bit further. Get to that next instruction I think and then cross over. The truck's coming up. Do the right thing. I'm still still staying on Highway 5 heading out of Phnom Penh towards Udong, and it says 5 go up. I don't know if that means go up or down, or what does that mean? I'm just going to stay here. I hope this is the one. Yeah, this is 5. Okay. Guaranteed loads of people come by here and stop. I'm just going to slow it down a bit here because it's kind of built up. There's a lot of activity around here. Well, increased activity. Very bouncy. Might have my rebound set a bit too hard. Soften that up. Take impact, like more of the bumps. Come on, -2 at the moment. Isn't that the speed it rebounds? Yeah, look at this load up here. The giant T. So just keeping his rear view in his wing mirror so he can see me, and then take my opportunity to overtake. Pull back in because I want that truck to see me as well. Because if they can't see you, it means I can't see him. If I can't see his mirror, he can't see me. So I'm keeping myself equidistant from the truck and from this tuk-tuk here. Now he might pull back in, but he's probably not going to because of those scooters, which gives me the opportunity to overtake. But watch out for that guy pulling out there. He decided to go left, which is handy. Beautiful sight over there. The swamp or the river. Bit of a temple there. Merge onto Highway 1, National Road 5. Now, do I stop for a drink here? Probably a good idea. It's good to keep hydrated. So, watch out for this truck. He's doing a U-turn. You can see there's a bit going on. Let's check the wing mirrors, make sure nothing's coming behind me. I'm not going in there because the road's just a bit too sketchy. There is a servo here, but again, the road's a bit too sketchy. I'm not going in there. This is the 49 kilometers, so this is beautiful Phnom Penh, and I'm not sure how much longer we've got to go on this journey, but we can speed up a bit. Loop 80 here, I think. There's no one in the rear view. I just like to get my hands off the grips because BMWs are known for vibration, so if I can just take some of that off. Remember, riders, you'll go where you're looking. So if you see yourself getting involved in you've run off course a bit, do your utmost best to look at the spot where you should have been going or need to be going, because your bike will follow your arse, your eyes and your arse. Put your arse in the direction or your eyes and you'll go that way. Seen by this, look, see my arse off the right of the seat, off the left of the seat. That's how you do it. So essentially, guide yourself. I could have gone in there for my drink. There's a Caltex here, I'll take it. I need a drink. I trust the Caltex, I don't know why. Probably a bit more expensive than everywhere else, but I need a shop. I need to buy a drink. Who's going to sell me a drink? I need a water, that's what I need. Staying well away from those cows. Mad cow, innit? over, yeah? I like to do 10% over. You can save on fuel, right? Watch this guy up ahead. So did that quite safely. Dropped into that lane, we dropped back into this lane. This is a good opportunity to see how well the mic is operating at 100, just shy of 100 kilometers an hour. And again, still talking about safety. So I've just taken on some water. Always good to hydrate, especially in a hot country. I have this setup I was talking to you about with the Roadgo mic, the X5, and I've just checked all that. My battery's running a bit low on the mic, so I'm going to buy that battery charging kit. Got a bit of a fire on the right here. It's just a bushfire in they burn rubbish up these parts. So I also have my AirPods in, which is my guidance system. And that's also creating a bit of noise reduction. Went off for a second there, so I don't know what happened. Maybe I was getting some instructions. So I didn't see that guy coming up beside me, and I should have been aware. So you see how easy it is to lose concentration? So I wasn't doing my 360 driving. It was a good example. And he was pretty close to me. So stay right in the lane. As I say, I've got this guy, I need to get out of the way because my speed, and there's a truck pulling out up there, so you've got to be mindful of that as well. Get right back across so that truck can do what he's got to do. Defensive driving, you see. I knew there wasn't going to be enough space for me to get round that truck if I let that other car come past. So I made a decision to take him then. Same here, we're still keeping our speed. Really, we shouldn't be using our brakes. Got cars coming across here, bikes wanting to switch lanes, do what they've got to do. They've done well. Got this tuk-tuk, he's staying right at the lane, which is helpful. And looking in the rear view, I've got nothing in the rear view to be concerned about. It's quite far back. And all the time just being mindful of safety. And I'm really hoping this mic test is coming out well, because my X5 shows, or rather my Road Central shows that my mics are operating at minus 30 dB, but my X5 was set to 0. So I don't know if they work independently of each other or one cancels the other one out. This could be a wasted ride, but this is what this is about. It's about trial and error. So I might just do a quick check all around, see what's up ahead. See there's a slow moving vehicle in the right lane. I'll just check the brake, because I know this guy has got a car in front of him. If for some reason he wants to come back into this lane, don't know why. Shouldn't be sitting in that lane. But we accounted for his ability to be stupid, and we already had our defence lined up. So now this truck, he's sitting there, what's he doing? Same thing. So I want to make sure he sees me in his mirror before this tuk-tuk does what he's got to do. These oncoming, they're coming out of this factory. Then there's shops here. I'll stay in this lane, and anyone who's wildly fast coming behind me, they've got to switch lanes as well. So I have to be mindful here. People like to do U-turns and pull out at junctions like this. Back to safety is in my control. Staying on this left side of this right hand lane, checking in that rear view all the time for that car that was coming up. Now hopefully this guy's not going to do what I think he's going to do, which is come. Good, wasn't it? A little bit of fun time! I don't know why the mic's dropped out, my music. So I also switched my road pickup mic to merged, which means that it should be coming on both channels. And I can see there's a lot of activity up here, so I'm just going to slow down. There's nothing behind me. I do the mirror check. I can still hear my music. Sort of factory central here. Another young girl there, must be about 10 on a scooter. There's no way she can control that. X5 has an AI generator which can quick edit a video, so I don't know if it picks up moments like that, like the girl on the scooter, the two young lads earlier on coming against me in the okay, we've got people turning here, just be mindful of all of this, up into that little Provincial area. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know if the AI generator of the editor does that work. Someone coming over here, let them get right across the lane. I'm checking in my wing mirror. There's nothing coming up behind. I'm still very clear. I can pick up speed now. Remember leaning in. Using my body, and also the drop of the push into the side you want to turn, you know. A straight road like this, elbows in, down, tucked in, yeah, I'm sure it helps. More on the cornering, right, because you want to get into those corners, you need to let the bike do the work. So at the moment, whilst I'm sitting up, I'm just riding in sport mode, and I literally am. I've got it in sport mode, not in race. Now sometimes I like to put my flashers on here to let people know I'm coming up beside in case he wants to pull some moves. Everyone's slowed down a bit here, so I will keep that safe distance and also give myself that exit strategy. See, the truck's making a decision to come round someone now, and got to be mindful, a lot could happen here. What I love about this bike, it'll get you out of any situation. It's just got power, you know. One of the top 10 bikes on the planet, production for power. Arguably after the H2, well, obviously after the H2, but the R1s, the modern bikes, etc. So in its day, definitely top 3, maybe even the fastest bike there was. But today, with the new manufacturing that's out, and technology, improved engine, improved management systems, arguably bikes are getting faster all the time. Wait till the health and safety killjoys get onto it. And, you know, we could be seeing the end of that as well. We see them, they're already doing it with cars, aren't they, electrics and stuff. I'll just check the brake there. I can see there's a bit of activity up here, people making their decisions. So now I'm clear, I can get out of there and get around them. Make sure I stay in his spot. Again, just staying out of trouble really. Unlike those kids having a play. I'm sure they're just playing. I haven't heard any instructions from Google Maps, which is supposed to be talking in my ear. Okay, so I don't know how well you can hear me at this speed. I know the vibration coming through my helmet is not good. Might close that vent and see what happens. Be a bit of wind coming in. That actually made a bit of a difference. I do have a chin vent as well, but the camera is blocking that, so. I'll just stay in this lane actually, since I can. There's no one else around. I'm not having to manage lanes or account for other people on the road apart from these riders, but they're not going anywhere on the 150s. So I'm the king of the road at the moment because I've got the fastest, most agile bike that really everyone wants to get hold of as well. Never pull your quick release cord like I just did there. I did it on a flat top helmet. And my helmet just came off. I don't know whether my headphones are just not up to the job. The noise reduction is just being driven mad, it keeps dropping out. Or there's a message coming that I can't hear. So I'm just going to keep going for now. Because I know it's meant to be about 30 kilometres. stop. So I'm just going to see that sign where it said 9k. I'm going to stop there and just check everything. So this new bike system seems to be working out well. Everything crammed in the front of the helmet. The talkback, or rather the pickup, the mic pickup. I hope it's going well. And it's pretty noisy here. And I'm going to buy the GTA 3 crash helmet from Shoei. And that's going to change everything because it has an excellent noise cancellation, built-in Bluetooth system, which I'm planning on hooking up to my X5, which will get rid of the whole road mic system. Wow, that's going to change everything. But then will it record, say I'm listening to music, or if I get a call, is it going to pick up all that? So maybe I've still got to keep this dedicated mic system anyway and use that other one to connect to my phone to do the Google stuff and the, you know, that kind of stuff. But of course, because I've been playing music, the music will coming out into the speaker system in the helmet, and then that will get picked up on my secondary mic. So maybe that's just going to be what it is, part of that. If I can set if I talk, then the music drops off, then maybe it's going to work out well, because you'll get music in between talking. But then will you be able to hear the engine? I don't know. Just going to check my brake here, because bit of action going on. Do a rear check. He's obviously overtaking this truck who's slow moving. So I'll keep myself, see that truck's cover, that protective sheeting blocking his mirror, so I just got to make sure I stay in that mirror before I do anything. So I just let him know I'm there. You see, you can just barely see me because of his load cover. You can see me now, but I'll take it. Again, same with this guy. Probably both using the same cover. I'll keep him in my mirror. And then just make my way past. That's how we do it. Sports Bike Central. Car coming up in the rear view on my left. Let him do what he's got to do. I'm staying in the centre and off he goes. I'll stay out of his tyre line because that's where stones kick up, and you can minimise the stones that you get hit by as well just by staying away from, well, not getting too close to cars. It's one of the downsides of driving aggressively is you get a lot of paint chips. It's just life, isn't it? But they're accepted as part of owning a vehicle. If we accept that. If you're selling a vehicle, they accept that stone chips are part of it. Much better. I had transparency set up. I also noticed that my signal dropped out. Don't know what's going on here. Seems like a lot of activity in here. even the brake lever will uncheck the cruise control on this bike, which is very handy. There's a lot of shenanigans going on here, so just wait to pick my spot. Let them sort themselves out. Activity here, so just got to be patient. Doing 90. I've got out. Stay out of the blind spots. Stay where you can be seen by all mirrors. So the two trucks up ahead, the car, the bike, they can all see me. When I'm ready to make my move, do one at a time, so I'll focus on this truck first, get out of his blind spot. This truck up ahead in the left lane should not be sitting there, it's as simple as that. You should get over, but you know, they do that, they're just mad drivers. It's the same in every country. Now he wants to come over, look, because he sees a hazard in his way, he wants to come over, but I'm not going to let him. Have to switch the camera off in a minute and go to night shoot. That truck up there, he can't see me, right? So I've got to get in his mirror, but out of the track tyre because of the problems with the kicking up dirt and the stone chips. this guy come out. Look, there's the trucks again, sitting in that lane. Got some great house music playing in my ears. It's beautiful. The exhaust sound there, because this is doing some grunt